Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Commodities Update video. And today we'll be doing technical analysis on natural gas, UNG, oil, US dollar, gold, and silver. So we'll be looking at their support and resistance levels, as well as what price will be likely heading into later next week. And let's get started. And if you guys learn anything, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And we're now looking at natural gas on the daily time frame. So right now we're coming back up to test this structure right here, where all this volume is. So pretty much this bar on the side is all volume. And you can see we're getting close to this level, the volume increases. That means there's potentially supply here. So if there's supply above us, they may act as resistance. But if it's supply is below us, then it will act as support. Currently, we are approaching that level with RSI a little bit overbought. And RSI being overbought doesn't mean it is going to be the end of the move. This could likely consolidate sideways and can still keep going. So we don't want to just be blindly shorting just because it's overbought on the RSI. And you can see there's multiple time frames. So you can see the daily time frame right now, RSI 76, 4 hours 83, 1 hour is 75. So all of those are overbought, stacking on top of each other. So we may potentially get a slight pullback soon, this early next week. And if I see a pullback, then I'm looking for potentially a weekly higher low, meaning on the weekly charts, because we have so much room now on this bounce. On the next pullback, the most likely scenario would be a weekly higher low pivot. And so that will give us more clues to see if this move is more sustainable or not. Just because if we have a big enough move, like this one here, doesn't mean we're going to set the weekly pivot and form a weekly uptrend. So you can see when we pull back, this pulled back 70-ish, 80%, and this was the weekly higher lows being set. And bulls try to bounce, but they couldn't break the prior high. So we don't want to see that, and we want to see something like a shallow pullback. And we want it to be just like a like a bull flag, be the perfect scenario for bulls. So we get like a 38.2% pullback, and roughly around here, or anywhere between these areas, set a weekly higher low, and then try to break above this high to give us that weekly uptrend for the first time since the drop. We haven't really gotten any real weekly uptrend here, other than a couple of fake outs here, but that's about it. That's what I'm looking at. If we set that weekly higher low, I'm probably looking for another entry for another quick swing. But as of now, bulls are in solid control for the last couple of days. No red flags yet at this moment. Yeah, 0 red flags for the bulls. Pretty much close the high of the day, but we'll see if they need some kind of a breezer. If they keep on just forming the hourly uptrend, up, pivot being set, another uptrend continue, same thing over and over, then there's no red flags at the moment. If it break out of that rising wedge, you can see rejection, 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 rejection. Finally broke out of that on the bull side, so that's nice. If we form that weekly uptrend, the weekly higher low, and then continue with the weekly uptrend going, then my target is likely at this maroon looking line, which would be this resistance. Resistance, you can see resistance and resistance. So that's likely going to act as resistance when we do come up to it, but we'll see how we get there is going to be the key. So if we just, straight shot off from here, continue all the way up to there, then that's very likely going to get a big rejection from it, especially if we get super overbought on every time frame and get straight shot to a key resistance. But if it's something like, we pull back, form that weekly higher low, give it a couple weeks, and then form some kind of a base, and then rockets, then there's a good chance that we may potentially break out of that. But or just sideways, sideways consolidation through time, and then go, right? It could be either way, but we'll see how the consolidation plays out around these areas in the next coming week. But as of now, bulls are in absolute control, and yeah, don't fight when the trend is against you. Over here, good short. You're in a daily downtrend, 4 hour. Everything's in a downtrend. Easy short, but right now it's a daily uptrend, so don't fight against the trend as much. Let's take a look at UNG. Similar idea coming to that little structure here, with the volume coming in, acting as resistance. So we may get some kind of a consolidation sideways or slight pullback. My target, if we do get that weekly uptrend, I'm looking at this target. And for natural gas, make sure you click the adjusted chart to look at the same as mine. Otherwise, you'll have contract gaps. Your chart would look like this. So make sure to click adjusted to remove those contract gaps for your chart to look like mine. But I look at both. There's both charts have some technical um, implications in it. So depending on the person, depending on what you're trading on the charts. But I like the adjusted a lot better. All right, and same thing. Let's see if we get that weekly. My target would be closer to this area, which would be similar idea. See that resistance where we had on natural gas, similar area, and this resistance on UNG. Probably different, but similar idea there. And we'll see if the bulls will continue with their moves. 11% away. Yeah. So yeah, it's be tough to straight shot up there, but if it does, we may get a rejection from there. And doesn't mean the game over. When we get that rejection, it could be something like that. Pull back and then try to break out of that. The shallow pullback, there's a good chance we may break out of it, but we'll see about that in the next couple of coming weeks. And currently, I wouldn't be FOMOing here because everything's a little bit overbought. But natural gas can stay overbought for as long as it likes. Sometimes it just rips, right? Overbought, stay overbought, and oversold, staying oversold, right? So don't want to just go off of something just on one indicator. Price action will be the key. As long as daily uptrend and hourly uptrends intact, it will likely continue to keep going. All right. And if you guys want to learn more about tech analysis or anything you guys like to review, how to trade better mentally, as well as any sticking points you guys are dealing with, feel free to go to the Patreon link and check out the mentorship as well as support the channel there. And let's take a look at oil. So oil, looking at pretty much exactly what I said happened to the T. You guys can look at the last couple of videos where I said we're likely going to come down to test this maroon looking line. As long as the daily downtrend is intact, this was resistance. Finally broke out of it. It will likely come back and act as support. So we actually got that. So daily downtrend confirmed, continuing EMA 12 rejection. Boom, came down, hit that final support, bounce. And now we're just getting a big enough bounce and see where now bulls have enough room now where they can potentially shape up a daily uptrend. So on the next pullback, we'll be watching to see if it's going to be a shallow one. So if it's a shallow one, then bulls are going to attempt for that daily uptrend to reverse back to their favor. And let's see, yeah, 4% move. That's enough for oil. Ideally, bulls want to get another leg up and come down to the low of this structure and then pull back. And then try to get that shallow pullback and then head higher. The more room they have, the better it is for them to shape out that daily uptrend on the bounce. Oh, good, decent 3-day bounce so far, and we'll see if they could continue after retesting, back test. This is the breakout, then this is the back test, and let's see if they can. The bulls will show up here and head higher. Dollar. US dollar's been weakening for a little bit, and we finally got that daily downtrend. Pretty much exactly what I said for ever since when we're up here. I said that this could be the top for the dollar, and we are likely from that weekly downtrend. On that daily downtrend, weekly equilibrium, big pop, big drop, big pop, and all the moves are within the prior move. And I said that this likely is going to be the top, and we're potentially going to be shaping up that equilibrium timing range. I mean, this have to go all the way down, to here or something. It could become, you can come out here, or you can come a little bit higher, or you can come a little bit lower. It'll still be a tiny range. Since that daily downtrend has confirmed, much breaking this prior low, now that the daily downtrend confirmed, this is very increases the probability this weekly pivot is set. Continuing its daily downtrend, then we will watch until it starts to hit that lower range of that equilibrium tightening range. Then that may potentially mark the bottom and continue to tighten up. Right. Of course, this is very rate sensitive, so we'll see how it ends up playing out. Maybe it'll just tighten up until the first rate cut into September. That could be a real potential scenario. We go like that into September, and we have the cut, and we just break bare out of that this tightening range. So that's what I am probably going for. All right, gold here broke out of this wedge on the bull side. Let's see here and here, and we broke out of that on Wednesday, and we follow through on Friday. So essentially, you can see when this pulled back, I said there's no red flags because much this was a daily downtrend confirmed, lacking zero follow through. So you broke below this low. These bulls just tried to hold that level for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. They just couldn't take it lower. So it's pretty much essentially zero follow through from the bears. And then next thing you know, we broke above that little mini tightening range here, broke bull, testing this resistance, and then struggle for like 2 days, and then we head higher. Now we're just at a double top, pretty much high of the all-time highs level. If bulls show up just a tiny little bit, we're back to blue sky, and when we're in blue sky, we don't want to go against the trend because there is no resistance above us if we do break above this top here. Happens, maybe it'll go up to 2500 for psychological resistance. But when we do go into blue sky breakouts, there is no resistance. So we just have to let price do its thing until it finds its own resistance. So yeah, we'll see about that. And let's take a look at silver. Yep, breaking out as well. Huge breakout, actually. Wow. 6.5% breakout. You can see it's all flashing red because it's a little bit overbought, but it's silver. So same thing, broke out of this tiny range on the bull side on Wednesday, and a lot of follow through as well on Friday. Perfect setup there. 7 plus that 10, yeah, over 10%. No resistance for silver now, except back all the way. Yeah, no resistance actually, except all the way back here. If you want to go back all the way to like 2013, but we'll be looking at this structure. But as now, we broke the recent high here. So on this little double top here, you can see that's where we rejected from in April. We couldn't get over this 2 structure here, and we broke out of that on Friday. So it's a good sign. Yeah, technically we can count this as just same thing as like a blue sky breakout because this price action is so long ago. It's likely already digested. But of course, there is still going to be some supply here left, but not as much. If we do keep going, then potentially we're looking at more so on this upper range of this area where there's a lot of selling. You can see every time we come up to this area, it's always selling. But that's like, yeah, 9% away. So we'll just let silver do its thing until it shows us some resistance. Then we'll let it play out. The bulls do its thing. We don't want to be standing in front of a freight train, get run over, trying to figure out where to short while it's breaking out. All right, that's got for you guys. Have a great rest of you guys' weekend, and I'll see you guys probably on Tuesday. If you guys got any questions, feel free to comment below, and have a great rest of you guys' day.